So, how did you experience today's energy? Joy and Jonah brought to our awareness this morning of this ruling number 9, 3 of spades energy, in that there is no ending. There is only the beginning of what's next. So let's talk about the 9 first, and we'll move into that 3 of spades energy because there's definitely some fun energy occurring today. So the 9 brings us into the completion energy, that there's something that needs to be made space for so that we can call in what's next. And all of us, we are constantly in a state of creation and change, creation and change. We are all going through this at all times, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. Now, as healers, teachers, spiritual coaches, those people out there who are out there to make a difference and to live a life fully lived, it's easy for us to get caught up in this experience of the doing, of there's so many things to do. There's 42 million things on the to-do list. I don't know which one's next. I got to get it all done. And so we tend to get into a place of forgetting transmutation, of forgetting that we go through a rhythm, that it's not always doing energy, that there is a time to take the foot off the gas pedal, that there is a time for transmutation, there's a time for visualization, there's a time for processing, and there's a time for the go and the doing. Now, in the 9 energy, there's an invitation to slow down and reflect of what have I just transmuted? What is it that I need to bring to completion so that I can call in what's next? It's not the end of something. It's the completion of something. So I liken this to, a to-do list. You've got this, maybe the other day, it was a prime example of this. I have all of my notes over here. And some days I get so busy that I just write it down real quick and toss the paper on the pile. So the other day, I actually had a moment where I was like, I really need to deal with all of these notes. And so the 9 energy does support bringing that into completion. I didn't get everything done that was in those notes. But what I did do was complete the chaos and bring it into a completed container by putting it in Trello and organizing it, knocking some of those things off the list, and just cleaning up the mess. So that can occur on a 9 energy day. Now, let's bring in that 3 of spades. Now, the 3 of spades can go one of 2 directions. It can go to creative expression in multiple different directions, feeling the absolute expansion of creativity, or it can go into worry, stress, doubt, insecurity, and overwhelm. So notice that today. Did you see something in your world that was ready to come into completion? And did you creatively find ways of making that work? Or did you get caught up in the mind and caught up in overwhelm, stress, worry, doubt, insecurity? Recognizing that both of those belong. There is nothing wrong with either way. So whatever you chose to experience this day is perfect. It's perfect, but it is in the reflection of it where we can sometimes learn our greatest lessons. So noticing, did you get caught up in overwhelm, or did you play and create and have fun? Now, for me, myself, I experienced both. I caught myself in overwhelm a couple of times. I stepped back, I put some music on, I danced a little bit, I played a little bit, I connected with people that I love who lift me up, and I created. All the while bringing awareness to the energy that's occurring today so that I could always bring my mind back to, this is the energy. It's not me. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just leaning into the lower frequency of that energy, and I can choose to stay there and spin, or I can choose to shift my energy into the higher frequency. And the higher frequency being something's coming to completion. I love that because it opens up space for what's next and what's next. And today was one of those days where the to-do list got ignored because what's next was take a break, dance in your living room, listen to music, pause. All of the what's next had nothing to do with what was on my to-do list. So my stack of papers has piled back up again, as it always does. and I will deal with it another time, because it's not what's next right now. There are things that need to be done. Yes, that's okay. There's always going to be things that need to be done. But in the completion energy, in that 9 energy of understanding that something is closing so that another door can open, it opens up the possibility of maybe what's on that to-do list doesn't ever have to get done. And so why would I do it now when what's next is to have a little party in the living room? So just notice how you felt this energy today. Notice as well, we've got Mercury retrograde coming. We've got a full moon coming on Monday. There is a lot of energy right now. And so remembering your tools, remembering to bring it back into your awareness, remembering the energy of the day. You are never at the whim. You always have a choice. But if you don't have awareness, it's very difficult to choose. So awareness is everything. You'll hear me say that time and time again. And there is no mountain. Today was a day where many mountains could have been built. But today was a day where a lot of dancing could have happened too. So I am curious to know how you experienced your day today. Let me know in the comments. And remember, I love you. I believe in you. And I see your power. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Joy and Jonah will be live at 8 a.m. Pacific. And she'll be talking about the 2 of spades and the 1 energy and how that comes together. So join her for that, and then join me for reflections at 4:15. Bye for now.